Winter in Toronto. For Torontonians, each one is just as unforgettable as the last. This is especially so for those who spent their Christmas holiday in town in 2013. This is the aftermath of Toronto's harshest storm in years. Everything is covered in ice. While it is certainly captivating in the visual sense, with many citizens taking photos and videos of the sparkling branches, it caused many problems for the city. The weight of the ice was too much for the trees, creating a hazard throughout the days following the storm. Some of these branches also fell on the already frozen power lines, snapping them and leaving more than 300,000 Canadians that depended on the lines in an unexpected blackout.
It was okay, and then the clouds came and it got dark and none of the lights worked, so you can see nothing. It's like a dark abyss looking out from the doorway of our house.
Around 12 at night, and I was watching a movie, all of a sudden the lights just turned off and everything went really dark, so that was pretty scary.
Of course, there were people who did not lose power, but they were faced with an equally horrifying experience.
Building too hard. The water and power were running fine. The only thing that went down was the internet.
The storm, which started on December 22nd, was caused by freezing rain. Rain that falls while surface temperatures are below freezing. The rain is then supercooled in the atmosphere when the droplets fall to Earth, and they instantly freeze any object they encounter. Everyone dealt with the storm in their own way. For example, the rain had frozen the ground everywhere, creating instant ice skating rinks that they could skate on. With temperatures dropping below -10 degrees, most people stayed inside and tried to entertain themselves at home.
I spent a lot of the free time that I had playing with my birds, playing some board games with my family members, and building some puzzles. I also spent some of it reading some books.
Didn't do much during the blackout. We just played games. We had a friend come over and played board games with candlelight. Surprisingly, that worked really well because it felt we were playing some kind of medieval kind of thing. So it was not that bad. We also had flashlights, so it wasn't that bad.
Others tried more creative ideas.
Pulled out all our candles and everything, and yeah. And the next day, pretty much, it didn't come back for 2 days, so I went to my friend's house and stayed there, stealing her internet and her electricity pretty much.
However, it was not all fun and games. Many of the roads were blocked by fallen trees. The cars that were parked outside were frozen with ice, and the roads became icy and slippery, causing some civilians injury.
Walking to my friend's house, I slipped so many times. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Several of the cars parked under the trees during the storm were hit by falling branches. Because of this, some people were not able to leave the house. The 2 hospitals that lost their power ran on generators and had their most fragile patients moved to other hospitals. The damage is still seen up to today, about a month after the storm. You can ask any Torontonian and they'll have their own experience and opinion about it.
No electricity works, so
Everything looked like popsicles.
This was probably one of the worst storms that I've seen.
But whatever it was, it is only a memory now, and their daily life will resume as it was before. For more information about ice storms, go to weather.gc.ca.
but